Most people think direct deposit is just a small optional feature inside cash advance apps. But here's the truth no one tells you. With apps like Albert, direct deposit can dramatically affect how the entire system evaluates your account. And in 2026, understanding this matters more than ever because fintech platforms rely heavily on income predictability and account stability signals. In this video, I'll explain whether Albert works without direct deposit, what features may still function, why direct deposit matters so much, the biggest mistakes users make during setup, and the hidden limitation many people only discover after downloading the app. And later, I'll show you the easiest way to improve your experience with Albert, even if your income situation is irregular. So let's get straight into it. First, let's answer the main question clearly. Yes, Albert can still function without direct deposit in certain ways. You can often still access parts of the app experience, connect bank accounts, and use some financial tools. But here's the problem. Direct deposit frequently plays a major role in eligibility for features like cash advances and higher advance limits. That's the critical distinction. Now here's where most people fail. They assume simply creating an account automatically unlocks full functionality immediately. That's usually not how these systems work. Albert analyzes financial behavior and repayment confidence signals. And direct deposit is one of the strongest indicators available. Now let's make this practical. Imagine Jake connects a bank account with irregular transfers and no recurring payroll deposits. Now compare that to Alex, whose paycheck arrives automatically every 2 weeks through direct deposit. From the system's perspective, Alex appears much more predictable financially. That predictability matters enormously. Now here's where it gets interesting. Direct deposit helps establish income consistency, cash flow timing, repayment expectations, and account reliability. That's why many fintech apps strongly encourage it. And honestly, this logic makes sense from a risk management perspective. Now in a minute, I'll explain the best setup strategy for users without traditional payroll deposits. But first, let's discuss another important point. Some users misunderstand what working actually means. An app may technically function without direct deposit while still offering reduced access to important features. This distinction is critical. For example, someone may successfully connect their bank account but still receive lower advance eligibility, slower approval confidence, or limited financial flexibility inside the platform. Now here's where most people fail again. They use secondary or inactive bank accounts instead of their main financial account. That weakens visibility significantly. The strongest signals usually come from the account where income arrives, bills get paid, and daily spending activity occurs consistently. Now let's discuss gig workers and freelancers because this area matters for many viewers. Not everyone receives traditional payroll direct deposits anymore. Ride-share drivers, freelancers, independent contractors, online sellers. Many people operate with irregular income structures today. And here's where things get interesting again. Even without traditional payroll deposits, stronger account consistency can still help significantly. For example, regular incoming payments, steady transaction patterns, and healthier balances may improve overall account stability signals. That matters. Now let's talk about the hidden limitation many users discover too late. Without direct deposit, cash advance approvals may become more conservative or harder to qualify for depending on the account profile. This surprises many users because advertisements often emphasize convenience more than qualification details. But honestly, repayment predictability drives these systems heavily. Now here's the setup strategy I mentioned earlier. If you do not have traditional direct deposit, focus on making your primary account activity as stable and organized as possible. That means consistent income routing, predictable spending, fewer overdrafts, and healthier balances. Those patterns help compensate for irregular income structures. Now let's discuss another important factor: overdraft history. This matters enormously regardless of direct deposit status. If your account frequently goes negative or experiences failed transactions, approval confidence may weaken substantially. And this is where most people fail once again. They focus only on income size instead of account behavior quality. But fintech systems analyze patterns, not emotions. Now here's where it gets interesting. Some users eventually transition to direct deposit specifically because it improves app functionality and approval reliability across multiple fintech platforms. That broader ecosystem effect matters more than many people realize. Now, let's answer another common question. Can you still get a cash advance without direct deposit? Potentially yes in some situations, but eligibility may be more limited depending on account behavior and financial consistency signals. That's the realistic answer. There is no guaranteed universal outcome because fintech systems personalize risk analysis heavily. Now, let's discuss another hidden issue. Many users connect accounts with fragmented income activity spread across multiple apps and payment services. That can reduce clarity. The cleaner and more centralized your banking activity appears, the easier it becomes for systems to evaluate financial stability. Now here's where things get interesting again. Some people actually benefit from improving financial organization first before worrying about maximizing cash advance access. For example, tracking spending, reducing overdrafts, and building small cash buffers can improve overall financial flexibility naturally over time. And honestly, those habits matter more long-term than app optimization alone. Now let's discuss realistic expectations honestly. Without direct deposit, users should generally expect, potentially, lower advance flexibility, more conservative approval behavior, and slower trust building compared to highly stable payroll accounts. That's normal in modern fintech systems. Now before we finish, let's summarize the core answer clearly. Does Albert work without direct deposit? Yes, in certain ways. But direct deposit often plays a major role in unlocking stronger cash advance eligibility, higher limits, and smoother overall platform functionality. That's the key idea. Now here's the most important takeaway. Alberta's system rewards financial predictability and account stability heavily. Direct deposit is simply one of the clearest ways to demonstrate those qualities. That's the hidden rule many users never fully understand. So here's the bottom line. Albert can still function without direct deposit in 2026. But users with stable recurring deposits generally experience stronger eligibility, smoother approvals, and better long-term flexibility. The smartest strategy is building cleaner, more predictable banking behavior regardless of income structure. That's what usually improves results most. If you found this helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below with whether you use traditional direct deposit or gig-based income right now. And if you want, I can also compare which cash advance apps work best for freelancers, gig workers, and irregular income users.